ideas. I remember the day Wike came to me and said, please take us out of this problem of TSA so that I can do more work and achieve more. And I said, okay, show me what you're about to do. And he presented himself. And I threw in my own political jibe. Say, will that give me any opportunity for my party to win election in FCT? I say, I know where you are coming from, your own party or my party. But if this thing goes too much in your own favor, you will lose your job. So, okay, we will say
of registered voters. That should alarm everybody. The second aspect was that a lot of what then became the conduct of the election had been pre-planned by Wike, who blocked movements of persons, which he had no right to do. A lot of people couldn't move from one place to the other. The city was blocked by soldiers, as if there was war going on inside of Abuja. Because I drove around Abuja and found out that was done deliberately to forestall participation of a lot of people. That was scaring people from the electoral process. The third aspect was that he had already bribed a lot of people, including some candidates of political parties, to step down for his own parties, because Wike did what I won't say is the unthinkable, but the most absurd thing. Like, Wike was acting as a member of two political parties at the same time. And he was using resources of the Federal Capital Territory to engage in manipulation of the election. And this was seen transparently by everyone. So, as for INEC failed, the new INEC chairman failed in his first assignment, which was supposed to be the transmission of election results electronically from the polling units. They transmitted later in the evening, because I was refreshing the IRF. I don't think any results were transmitted until 7 p.m. And the election had effectively ended by 4 p.m. across the FCT. So INEC failed in that regard, and I'm not surprised. And of course, you've seen that some of the results that were transmitted had already been mutilated, manipulated. You saw that. So, and this would help those people who are overconfident about even election transmission of results, that election by themselves cannot kick these people out of power.
Well, sir, how will you describe
But that's exactly what I'm saying. You are preaching to the choir. I told you I went around the city and I saw that the security agents who were supposed to be neutral were working for Wike. In that case, you can't even say they are working for APC. They are working for APC and PDP at the same time. I also heard that Wike had interest in some other political parties. It depends on who the candidate he was supporting was. He was an octopus in this election. And the security agents were given to him to do whatever he wanted to do with them. And they acted, as you said, you captured it. It wasn't me that captured it, it was media that captured it. You found them just behaving recklessly and with impunity in the FCT election. And they are jubilating as if they won an election, whereas they just got the people really upset.
Now, you said election alone can't kill.
I want to say it's not good for somebody. You wake up in the morning, you wake up in the afternoon, you wake up, you just comment without really knowing fully what has happened. It was Mr. President approval that said, look, the movement should be restricted because of security report that people are trying to bring in hoodlums. Mr. President said this is what should happen, not to me. And he did not even read the speech. Just to tell you, busybody. I want to say, it's not everything you must comment. If you must comment, go and find out actually what happened. If you look at it, President, by the approval of Mr. President, he has said restriction from 8 p.m. on Friday, and that we shall work free day so that they can go back to their various area councils and participate in the electoral process. And this is not the first time, but you see, people who want to, I with all due respect, and I've always said so, people like Femi Falana must not always comment just because you want to comment. Comment on something you know about. Comment on something you have facts. You can't just wake up here, somebody say this, without even you verifying, investigating before you make comment. That's not the way it is. It's not a popularity show. It's not a popularity show. And people like Femi should sometimes calm down and investigate this thing they said. Is it correct? It's not correct. I'm a minister working under the president, and the president gave approval. So I did not impose coffee. President has power to say, look, from so time to so time, that should not be based on intelligence and security reports.